In today's video, I am going to teach you how to build a chat workflow with Intercom. We are going to set up a workflow that reacts to a chat event, then performs the right next actions based on what the customer needs. As you follow along, keep an eye on the on-screen menus and buttons, since the wording may look slightly different depending on your workspace settings. First, open Fin AI Agent. Take a moment to make sure you are logged in and that you can see the main dashboard or main navigation area. This matters because the workflow builder is usually accessed from a specific section, and you want to begin from the correct place in the interface. Next, select Workflows. When you click into that area, you should see a list of existing workflows or an overview of what workflows are available. If you already have workflows, that list will help you understand whether you are creating something entirely new or updating an existing one. For our process, we are going to create a new workflow from scratch or from a template. Then click New Workflow. This is the point where Intercom or your agent tool asks how you want to build the workflow. You might also see options for starting quickly. If you are trying to move fast, templates can be helpful, but it is also fine to start from a blank setup if you already know what you want. Now choose a template, or start from scratch. If you pick a template, look at what it is designed for, such as common chat support scenarios. You can then customize it later. If you choose Start from Scratch, you will have full control over your trigger, actions, and conditions, but you will need to configure everything manually. After that, add your workflow trigger. The trigger is the event that starts the workflow. For example, it might be a chat message from a customer, a specific chat status, or another event that occurs in the system. Spend a moment confirming that the trigger matches the moment you want to respond to. Once the trigger is set, you will add the actions and conditions for your workflow. This is the core part of the build. Conditions help you decide when certain actions should run based on details like the content of a message, the context of the conversation, or other criteria available in your workflow builder. Actions are what the workflow actually does, such as sending a message, assigning a conversation, or updating the conversation state. As you configure this section, keep the logic clear. Conditions filter and actions execute. As you work through conditions and actions, double-check that the sequence makes sense. If your workflow includes multiple steps, ensure the later actions truly depend on the earlier logic. Also verify that any selected options are consistent with your support process, so the workflow helps agents instead of creating confusion. When everything is configured correctly, click Save. Saving is important because it preserves your configuration so you can review it, adjust it if needed, and activate it when you are ready. If there is an option to review a summary, take a quick look to confirm the trigger and actions appear as you intended. Finally, set the workflow live. Making it live activates the workflow so it can start responding to real chat events. Before you switch to live, confirm you are comfortable with the behavior, since this is the point where it affects actual conversations. After you set it to live, you can monitor results and make changes later if you need to fine-tune the logic. And that covers everything you need to know.